Hi, creative writing class. I hope you guys are doing well this week. I'm going to talk to you guys about your assignments for this week, April 27th through May 1st. First off, of course, I want to let you guys know that I'm thinking about you and I miss you guys. I wish we could finish up the class face to face, but obviously that's not possible. But as always, guys, if you want to talk, if you have any questions, I am on Zoom every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to 10:30. Or if those times do not work for you, just please know you can just send me an email. I will more than happily set up another time at your convenience. To be honest with you, I'm working from home a lot and I have time. So guys, just we'll work something out if you need to talk, even if it is just a vent about what's going on. Guys, I'm here for you and I truly do miss you and I wish that this was not going on right now. But obviously it's beyond all of our control and we're just going to do the best we can to make it through. Your free writes for this week, scrolling down to the bottom of your classroom page. Too far. There we go. Free writes number 42 through 46. It is one per day. These are also your attendance credit for the week. Remember, it is critical, and I realize that third quarter grades, your semester grade cannot drop below what you had at third quarter. However, you must be making contact with us in some way. So, guys, these free writes are our way of making contact as well as Zoom and emails. Okay, so make sure you're making contact with me, letting me know you're doing okay. But anyway, those are your free writes for this week, so just click on those. Please add those to your live binder. Quick note, May 1st is Friday. That will begin your new tab in your free writes for May, so don't forget to do that too. New unit this week. We have finished up the poetry unit, and we are going to start the journalism unit. Now, there are two parts of the journalism unit. This week, the focus is going to be on the informative article. Next week is going to be on the opinion article. I want to give you guys a heads up. You get to pick your topics. Guys, pick something you are interested in, okay? This week, you're going to inform us about it. And guys, it could be maybe you, I mean, it's kind of cliche right now, but maybe you, obviously the coronavirus is everywhere. You want to write an informative article about the coronavirus. That's perfectly fine. Guys, you can also do informative articles on how to do something, okay? So maybe you want to write an informative article on how to cook a cake or how to bake a cake. I guess I should use proper terms there. That's perfectly acceptable. So you could inform us how to do something, okay? So there's a lot of possibilities on an informative article. And if you want to, you could still take that topic into next week and then write an opinion article. So you could write an opinion article on what the best kind of cake is if you wanted to. So, or if you want to do two completely separate topics, that is perfectly fine as well. So, what does the informative article mean for this week? I have a YouTube video here for you guys. I want to show you the highlights from it and just interpret a few things quickly. So I'm just going to go through and make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better, hopefully. And you guys can watch the video. This is from a school, another assignment for a school, but I thought they really did a good job of highlighting it. This just tells you what a news article is. It explains a real-life event. It presents a lot of information, but does not use a lot of words. What is interesting to think about is you guys need to use very clear language on these articles. Most newspapers are written for a 6th to 8th grade reading level. Okay, so you don't need to use big, flashy words, okay? But you can write about a mature topic in a simple, straightforward way, okay? This is some highlights of what news reports should have. It should be factual and informational. It should be written in short paragraphs of 1 to 2 sentences. You know, if you have a paragraph of 3 sentences, that's perfectly fine, okay? But the paragraphs should be short is the ideal thing. And the language should be very plain. Going back to the paragraphs, that's probably one of the most common mistakes I saw in the children's story is that you guys wrote, it was just one big long paragraph, okay? You guys really need to use paragraphing because that really helps organize your thoughts. Okay, so make sure that you're doing short paragraphs, but that you are paragraphing. You should do the 5 W's and the H. That's the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Okay, we'll talk more about that in a second. You do need to use at least one quotation, and be sure it needs to be written in third person. It should not use I. Okay, so no I's whatsoever and no U's. Okay, these are the parts of a news report. Headline, you should have that. We are not going to worry about a photo, so we're not doing a photo. You should have a byline. That's simply the author, so who it's by. We're not going to worry about the place line, but some articles do put where it was written at. You should have a lead paragraph and then body paragraphs, and we'll talk more about that here in just a second. This is information about the headline and the picture. Don't worry about the picture. The headline is the title of the article. It should be catchy. It should grab your reader's attention. Okay, so think about that. This is about the byline and the place line. Don't worry about the place line. I'm not going to be looking at that for a grade. This should be easy points. You are the byline. Okay, so make sure you put your name on it. This is your lead paragraph. This should have the first four of the W's. The who, what, where, when. Okay? And it's really interesting. You don't have to make those different sentences, guys. This is a sample lead paragraph. Yesterday, that tells us when it happened. Joe Brown, that's who, was shocked to find a rare bird in his backyard in Brampton. You know, this is the what happened, finding a rare bird, and this is where it happened, his backyard in Brampton. Okay? So notice they got the 5 W's all into one sentence. That's perfectly acceptable. Okay? It's also acceptable to split that up a little bit more too. Okay? So you can be creative in how you do your lead paragraph, but you don't have to have 4 sentences there. Now, paragraph 2, this is where you get into the how and the why. This just explains things a little bit further. Paragraph 3 is where you need to have at least 1 quotation, and paragraph 4 is where you get to expand and just add some additional information. Guys, a lot of times news articles are written in the form of an upside down triangle, okay, where the base of the triangle is at the top. That first paragraph is considered the meat of the report. That is the critical information, okay? Then as you work down to the bottom paragraphs, you're just including additional information that might be nice to know, okay? So paragraph 4 would be the point of the triangle. I mean, it's important information. It's nice. Guys, a lot of times people will just read the first couple paragraphs and stop, okay? So keep that in mind when you're writing. Here is, you can do a little brainstorming activity to start off with. Just simply sit down, okay, who's my what? Or what is who, what, where, when, why, and how. Answer those questions. And then here is a sample for you guys to look at. Okay? There is an assignment here at the end of it. Don't worry about this assignment. This is not our assignment for the class. I stole this from somebody else, but since we're not able to do the normal classroom activity that I would typically do, this is kind of in light of that. So, okay. I try to detail kind of what I'm going to be looking for in your informative articles. You're going to write a 500 to 600 word informative article, topic of your choice. It will be worth 30 points. It is a rough draft, so I'm not going to go through and grade it critically, but you should show an effort at addressing these things. You should have a headline, a byline. You should have a lead paragraph that states who, what, where, and when. That's worth 5 points. Your second paragraph should explain the how and why. Your third paragraph should include at least 1 quote. And your fourth paragraph should have additional information. And then, is it 500 or 600 words? Is it grammatically correct? That encompasses you are not going to use I. Okay, so there's no I in this one. Next week, you can use I because it'll be opinion, but this week you can't. Okay? Guys, the topic can be anything that's relevant for you. It can be a local issue, national, or international. Your quotations can come from others' research on your topic. That's perfectly fine. But just imagine that you're writing an article for the front page of a Daily Star Journal. Okay? As I also said, this is informative, so it could also be an how-to article as well. Okay? When you're finished, you're going to post your article in your live binder. You're going to create a main tab titled Journalism and a sub-tab entitled Informative Article. You can type directly into the live binder. It's perfectly fine with me because I'm not worried about formatting. I do want to see paragraphs, but I'm not worried about formatting other than that. Or if you want to create a Google Doc, you can do that too, but be sure you share it with me if you do that direction. So that is it for this week. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Take care. Please stay safe. And remember, if you guys have questions, please ask. Bye, guys.